Icom. It's a remote command line scripting tool for the Icom 9700. It allows you to remotely control your radio via the command line, and you can build up a set of scripts to set up your radio for specific situations if you like. You can see in the top left there is a video of my radio. It's powered on it's powered off, but it's connected to the power supply. For full remote control, you might like to think about putting a Wi-Fi switch on the power supply to turn that off, but it's on at the moment. So you can see on the right hand side the script. It starts main.py with the -h parameter, shows you a list of command options. You can see there's a few options here. It's not complete, but I will add to it as and when I find the need for additional configuration options. Thinking of putting a GUI on it at some point, so that you can have a window rather than having to interact with the command line. You can do various things such as turn the radio on and off, change it to VFO mode or sat mode, change the operating mode, change the data mode, and you can do other various things such as the connectors for the mod input, and change some mod levels. And you can control the preamps, both the internal preamp on the radio and an external preamp on your masthead. So without further ado, I'll turn the radio on. It's as simple as running the command -X on. The video is a little bit delayed, but we should see the radio turn on and power up. If you run the script without any command line parameters, you get a readout of the readable settings that I've got included in the script. You can see that my transceiver ID is the default A2. It will stand by when you run the off command, and some various other settings. You can pass into the script the serial port. In my case it's COM6 because I'm running on Windows, and the baud rate to make sure you have the correct settings to control the radio via the serial port. I'm connected to the data jack to my Windows virtual machine, which is sitting nearby. So I've got some commands here. We could indeed turn the radio off, as I said. So if I just run with the -off parameter, the radio will shut down into standby mode. You can see the power indicators flashing on the top left. Indicates it's in standby mode, and we'll turn it back on again. It actually boots up from standby mode. I don't know why, but perhaps it's the way I'm turning it on via the civ commands. So I've got some other things to demo. So you can see the radio's in VFO mode at the moment. We can run the sat mode parameter to turn it into sat mode. That was a fail. And we'll see the radio switch over into sat mode. There's another option, sat band. If I turn it back into VFO mode, oops. I'm switching back to VFO mode and selecting the VFO-A. If I ran sat band rather than sat mode, it will allow you to move into satellite mode and select the satellite band. So you can see I've moved into VFO mode and the sub band is selected at the bottom. I could select the main band by running the same command but selecting main. And it's important to be able to select the right band or VFO mode because the Icom civ commands don't allow you to query it in some cases, like specifically in VFO mode, and you need to set the mode or the bands before applying the other parameters such as the op mode and the data mode. So if I wanted to, I could change the op mode and data mode in the satellite band, main band. Same problem. I have to lay out my windows this way because VLC on the Windows machine wouldn't stay connected. So if I run the command op mode USB and data mode on, you'll see that on the main satellite band will change to USB-D. I can move back to VFO mode, as I said, by running the VFO command and select VFO-A. You'll see in the output that it tells you which is the selected VFO if the script knows which one it is. So we can control other things such as the split or the duplex modes. I'm currently running split at the moment, so if I run the split off command, we'll see it turn it off. Sorry, I'm a bit clunky with my hands. You can also control duplex if you want as well. I'm going to turn that back on. As you can see, the command line tool verifies the input to make sure you're sending out sensible choices. The split mode is not on off, it's split on underscore on. And it works. You have the ability to join various commands together. So this next command here is it's going to move into VFO. It's going to move into VFO mode. It's going to select VFO-A, but it's also going to allow you to set the op mode on the other VFO. So if I run that, it's going to select VFO-A, and the operation mode for VFO-A is FM with data off, but the other VFO is VFO-B is going to be set to USB and on. So if I run that, and then we can quickly look and select VFO-B, we should see that the output is indeed showing us, at the moment it's showing us for data mode off and FM for VFO-A. If we change over to VFO-B, we can see that it's USB operating mode and the data mode is on. There's other commands as well. So for example, we can control the preamp. We can turn off the internal preamp. Oh my god, I should have planned that better. And we'll see that the preamp on the radio is turned off. We can turn it back on if we want to as well. Again, due to the way that the civ5 commands are implemented, we need to, if we want to turn on the external preamp, also turn on the external preamp for the 430 mode, 430, sorry, the 70 centimeter band. You won't see any feedback on the screen, but if I was going to go into the connectors, you would see that indeed the external preamp would be turned on and the 430 band connector would be turned on as well. We can see here that the preamp is 430 meter band is on, and the internal preamp is on, and as well as the external preamp, and we can turn them both off again if we want to. To set it back to the standard internal preamp only. Another interesting thing is the ability to change the mod input. So, for instance, you might want to use USB to send your data to the radio. If I, for example, set the mod input to LAN. If you're using a tool like the green cube terminal to send data to the radio, and you call CQ, you'll notice that nothing happens because the data mode actually did work. That is very strange. It's the first time I've done it without my SDR control program running. Normally you need to set the data mode to USB. I don't understand how that was able to communicate with the radio without the right data mode being set. But there we go, you learn something new all the time with this hobby. And if I call CQ again, you'll see that the data is going through. It's very strange. You can also adjust the input levels. So, for example, with the green cube satellite, you don't want to have the levels too high, otherwise the signal you're sending will be not able to be digipeated. So you can run commands such as the USB mod level and set it to a specific number. In this case, it's already set to 60, as you can see on the command line output. I still can't do it at the bottom of the list. And you can see now that the mod level is set to 50. So that's it for Pycom. As I said, I'm looking to extend it as and when I need additional functionality, and also perhaps add a GUI on it in the future. Thanks for watching.